What's happening, you beautiful bastards? What is going on, fellers? Making some racket over here. What's going on there, Brother Worm? And Brother Tim? And Brother Beard? And Brother Javon? Fancy Javon. How are you guys doing? Hey, and there's the other white Jeremy. And that was not a hey, what's happening, Todd Carr? And that was not a race statement. That was making fun of pork, the other white meat. How is everybody doing tonight? Yvonne. Well, it can either be Yvonne, Yvonne. I went to school with a couple of Yvonnes, or Javon. Anybody have an exciting day today? Anybody do anything super cool and fantabulous? And I just received a message from Mikey that says in all caps, "Damn brown recluse." So I don't know what that's all about. Hopefully he'll be here soon and he can fill us in on what happened. Oh, is Patina Pantalones in here? El Commandant? Went to work and your guts hurt all day. So any results from your that swallow test that you did, Jason? What's happening there, uh, young Master Michael? Top of the morning to you. I'm done with these damn brown recluse spiders. Me too, Mikey. I am finished with them. I've had enough. I'm not dealing with them. I will not put up with it. No mo. Oh, hiatal hernia. Those suck. What's happening, Brother Lone Wolf? How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining us. Yeah. I my grandma had a hiatal hernia for pretty much her entire adult life that I knew her. So old adult life, and she never made it look very fun. So Kiefer, the man, the myth, the legend, the president himself, is in the house. And hey, Mikey, and please leave those spiders at the door, like out on the other side of the door, not on the same side as you are. Just don't bring those bastards in here because I don't much feel like ninja dancing tonight. And if I see a spider, I will definitely ninja dance. I looks like Canada is very well represented tonight between Todd Carr and Michael Morgan. What's going on there, brother Mark? How are you, buddy? And hopefully you guys are not too offended by uh, the different camera angle. It was very awkward the way it was set up because I was like looking up the entire time, so I had to finagle some shit and bring it down a little bit lower. Uh, but now you're kind of up close and personal with my ugly mug. So, what's the prognosis on this hiatal hernia? Are you going to have surgery or uh, just going to be something you have to deal with? Hey, there's the juggling ninja. And whoa. All right. Y'all are hernia brothers. That's cool, man. I don't know if it's customary to do like the swapping blood or what exactly you guys do. Um, right on. Hopefully it's something that will keep you comfortable and hopefully actually get rid of it. But actually, with you having to take a swallow test, I'm guessing you guys would probably swap spit to be hiatal hernia brothers. So do as you will. Do your thing. Oh crap! I have lost something. I was gonna show you guys Groupie the Boogout because Winchester sent in standoffs and thumb studs, and I put those on, so now it's all brassed up. And dude, you're not gonna believe this crap. I can't believe it. So I did. What's up, Marcos? How you doing, buddy? Um, Instead of going into like Etsy or eBay or Amazon and doing a search for the bug out hardware, I just did a just like a general Google search. And okay, just when I say go, just go and guess where I found the black titanium screws for the bug out. Go. Yeah, go for it, Tim. I ain't got a problem with it. As long as you make a guess. Ace. That's a good guess. I'm not going to say right or wrong. I'm just going to say good guess. In the VCR. That's a strange guess, but a good guess. Adrenaline Triple X. If that's a porn site, that is an excellent guess. South Carolina. Macy's. Pants pocket. How would I, Etsy, how would I find it in my pants pocket if I did a Google search? Prize in your cereal. No, close. Uh, for the beard, just Jason Brown's got the other hiatal. He is the, I don't know which one of you guys is the lock and which one is the key, but y'all need to get little like matching hiatal hernia brother bracelets or necklaces or something. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Jared White guessed correctly. It was through Walmart. Freaking for $11.98. I guess it was on rollback. I don't know. But yeah, $11.98 for the black titanium, the body screws, the T6 screws, and the pivot. So that was pretty neat. And I'll be right back. I'm back. I did buy them on the .coms, Jason. Yes, I ran away, but I came back. I came back. You guys, please don't let Kiefer be a bad influence and tear the place up in there, because, like I said, it's a pretty hefty deposit, and if y'all wreck it, I don't get that back. Wait, sorry about the shotgun. Oh, okay, shotgun. Hello. I was like, oh, who brought a shotgun in the room? Blaze Burger, what's up, my friend? It's good to see you, man. Oh, and of all the people, Kiefer leaves Monster in charge. That's like leaving Brad Pitt in charge of the asylum and uh 12 Monkeys. Oh, but okay, so I don't know if you yes, there we go. So we've got very blurry brass thumb studs and brass standoffs. And so now when the black hardware comes in, it will be complete, except for, yes, exactly, Mikey. Black titanium screws on Walmart.com for the bug out. So I'm still debating. I kind of want to do an acid stonewash on the blade as well, but that's not indefinite yet. And I just looked up and saw where Jason Brown was saying Beaver Baron, and at first glance, it looked like he was yelling at the top of his lungs, Beefaroni, which was very odd. So, thanks, Tim. Appreciate that, man. I'm excited for it to be complete and see how it looks then. And like I said, I haven't fully decided on the stonewashing yet, so I hope whatever decision I make is the right decision and it doesn't end up looking jank. Um, and you can see we don't have a guest tonight, which is all right, Blaze. Well, it was good of you to stop by, man. It's good to see you, and we appreciate you, man. And whatever you have going on tonight, I hope it goes well and you have an enjoyable evening. And that's what you get for screaming beefaroni at the top of your lungs, Jason Brown. It's gonna make you want Chef Boyardee. Um, so we don't have a guest tonight, which is no big deal. Um, it's fun to have guests. It's fun not to have guests. But I have a proposition to propose to. Wow, there's 18 people in here. To any of the 18 people in here, if you at any point in time are interested in being a guest on the show, I'm extending the invitation to everybody. It's not just um, certain people, or it doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a channel. You don't have to have anything to talk about. You just sit and let people stare at your pretty face if you want. But if any of you guys are interested in being a guest on either one of the weekly live streams, um, hit me up. Either if you're on Instagram, uh, slide into my DMs. If not, shoot me a email and let me know. Everybody wants to see you, Kiefer. Like dude, they watch your every video anxiously. They pretend it's in awe of the Daleka, but really they just want to see your angelic face, and they are disappointed every time. So there's that. You could redeem yourself by being right here on the show. Right on, Lone Wolf. And there's no pressure, like for real. It's just an open invitation. Let me know whoever's interested, and then as open days come up, I will contact you and ask you how such and such day works. And well, I mean, hopefully your camera angle will be from like here up. So I mean, you can be naked all you want on your beanbag chair eating Cheetos if that's what you would enjoy to do. Ooh, you know what? It's crazy, um, Jason, because I was on omeprazole for years and years and years. Like if I didn't take it, I would have the most horrendous heartburn, like to the point where it'd bring tears to my eyes. I couldn't swallow. Drinking water was painful. It's like these blades. What's happening, man? Um, but luckily, when I was able to shed a pound or two, that problem went away, and I didn't have to take that nasty medicine anymore, which sadly is enough. Like, I don't think you have any kind of option like that because hiatal hernias are just there. 10 cents. And now I've got to be nosy and see what you guys are talking about in here. Dan Brock, what's happening, brother? I'm glad you're listening along for your ride home. I feel like a syndicated talk show host, and Dan's tuning in for his commute. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for you, Jason. Maybe you do or did need to lose a pound or 20, but I needed to lose a pound or 100, so it was pretty serious. Oh, you're good, Mikey. Just continue killing those spiders and give us frequent sit reps. There he is. There is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Winchester Incorporated. Schlemiel Schlemazel. We're not worthy. Now I am trying to find out. Okay. And Worm, no. Like I said, whatever your camera angle allows for is what your uniform is. You can basically wear flip flops and a light coat of oil if you want to, but just as long as we are not exposed to your naughty bits. Oh, dang! I missed a bunch of stuff. I must have been when I went for my little jog. And no, I didn't have to pee, and I wasn't running away. I was looking for the boog out groupie. Yeah, Todd Carr. I was I was pushing right at that. Wait, little one's like high 17 or 270s, and it was that's not my my fighting weight. I was always a smaller dude, and pizza and beer had other ideas for my figure. So, and when I say pizza and beer, I mean like, especially in the military, I would I'd get off work, we'd go to final formation, I'd hit the barracks, change clothes, go straight across the street to the snack bar, get a large pizza and a 24 pack of Budweiser, and I would go to sleep when both were gone. Kiefer's got some aluminum scales for his bug out on the way, and I'm gonna tell you what, Kiefer, like no matter the metal, I swear they just make the most awesome difference in the world. They make a good knife like insanely better, and I think you'll be super duper pleased, or I hope you will at least, because if you're not, then I'll be wrong and I will have given horrible advice. Oh, and Winchester, I don't know if you got my email earlier, but I was giving you a little a teaser as far as the groupie story goes, and it involves two best friends. So you can ponder upon that and wait in girlish anticipation. Yeah, that's Jeremy. That's actually what this one used to be, and I still have the titanium scales and the blue scales that came with it. I didn't know they still had that deal going on, but yeah, that was a killer deal, and that's the only reason I bought it because I mean it was like 150 bucks for basically $130 knife and 60 something dollar scale, so you were saving a good $40. And of course, Mikey's drinking coffee. Um, and then our good buddy Winchester, he's a groupie, I guess is what he is. Winchester, the groupie, sent all these wonderful accoutrements to make this into the superstar knife that it is today. Around 150. Yeah, see, that's about the range. You were like 150 to 230, and I'm like 170, 165, 170, and I was at like 270. So you got that right, Winchester. Um, yeah, and it made a huge difference. And it really was only hard for like the first 3 or 4 months, and then after that, it just was like second nature. Hey, and Kiefer, the aluminum scales that you're getting, are they who makes them? Is it like Titanium or which of these fantastic mach- machining maple candied smoked salmon? Is that like pralines and fish? And Mike, you say the spider's gone, the MFer is dead, he gone, but look behind you, boy. But yeah, but Mikey, you're pretty tall, I feel like. How tall are you? You got to be like banging 6'1" or so. There's a maple glazing on the outside. So it is like pralines and fish. That sounds pretty freaking amazing. Ah, so you ended up getting the Raylight titanium scales for the smock. Are they the frag pattern jobbies? Because those look amazing in my opinion. 5'10", Mikey. I can't believe that. That doesn't. That's how tall I am. And you look like, oh, the rest of your family must just be really short. Because that picture you were are you kidding me? Go away. In with your parents, you look way taller than them. But it could have been the angle. It could have been trick photography. Stonewashed. Let me respond to this real quick so he'll leave me alone. Bye, neighbor. Sorry, guys. I have a very special neighbor that doesn't get hints. Okay. Um, 7, 225, a little over 6'2". See, that's pretty tall there. Uh, Tim, I feel like you carry your 225 very well at almost 6'3". Height is not a personal achievement, said your mother when you grew taller than her. Well, of course not. Sounds sounds like your mother had a case of the sour grapes. Back in alley all over my What's happening, Alex's Knives and Such? So, I want to know how to pronounce this word. Sorry if I'm missing anything. I'm sawing some wood, not sexual, and the MFN mosquitoes are having a bacchanalia all over my tanned skin. I hear you, Winchester, and it sounds like that it's not sexual, but somehow it still ended up being a sultry statement. No, I hear you, Ninja. I was just playing. It's one of those things that mamas do. I think just kind of keep you in your place. You may be taller than me, son, but I brought you into this world, and personal height is not a personal achievement. Matter of fact, I gave you that height. If it weren't for me, you'd be 5'4". It's Jared. He looks like he's like a mile tall. I think. Okay, guys, we have an issue to uh, address. I think Mikey has finally gone over the edge because what I heard was Winchester's sawing wood and mosquitoes are tearing his back up, and also his back is tan. And somehow from that, Mikey interpreted that Winchester was pleasuring himself manually to mosquitoes. And so, if you guys could help in any way, shape, or form, uh, help me to understand what is going on in Mikey's head, I would be greatly appreciative of you. Well, if it isn't our good friend, unabrasive Tom Weingart, how are you doing on this fine, unabrasive evening, my friend? Alex has been watching the All Star game on Fox. That's good because it pretty much sucks on all the other channels. You just heard Winchester sawing wood with mosquitoes. Did you not hear the specific not sexual after the sawing wood, Mikey? Or do you just hear what you want to hear? I think you are so suppressed that you just hear sexual innuendos and everything. I was pleasuring himself to kill the mosquitoes shooting at them. Dude, if there was a weapon, a firearm of some sort that you could kill mosquitoes with, like, effectively, I would buy 10 of them, and I would get great pleasure out of using it because I absolutely hate mosquitoes. And, yeah, sawing logs, sawing that has nothing to do with, um, manually stimulating your private parts, Mikey. Unabrasively wonderful. That is unabrasively awesome, Tom. I am happy for you. And so I just recently found out that apparently there is a person type that mosquitoes desire. And I was always told when I was younger, it's just, oh, it's because you have fair skin. The and it's swear to God, I was told it's fair skin is easier for them to poke their little suckers into. Um, but not so. It's got to do with uh like your breathing. If you like breathe heavy and like faster or slower, like you let off more carbon dioxide, that attracts them. If you have a certain blood type, which I think it's like O positive maybe is one of them, because that's what I am, and they freaking buffet on me. Uh, if I get, if dude, like somehow they'll get inside. If I get within 20 feet of the door, I'm getting mosquito bites. It's freaking insanity. Yeah, see, I've seen those Jason Brown. There's a little it's called Vintage, but it's a little kind of craft beer shop. They sell like craft beer and wine, and I don't go there because they're overpriced. But I used to go there, and the owner Cal had bought one of those salt guns, and um, my friend, we called him Potter. I can't even remember his last name because he looked like Harry Potter. But he, him and Cal would have a contest every day to see who could kill the most flies. Yeah, see, I did that, bees, and just ended up passing out, and they really went to town on my unconscious body, and I woke up and looked like I had been in a paintball fight and lost miserably. Yes, I don't. So it doesn't matter negative or positive. Bees, it's just typo. They uh, love it. I was told all I need is the lightning bolt, and I am totally Harry Potter. So that means like you've already got the wizarding skills. Like if you get the lightning bolt, you'll literally be Harry Potter. That would be awesome because I could. There's some magic stuff I need done around here. Okay, now I don't know. How do you not get bit by a mosquito in years? Like not even a single one. Like I can understand. Oh, I didn't get eaten up too bad, but I got a couple of bites. How you literally have not been bitten by a mosquito in years? Like how does that happen? Um, and I don't know exactly the mechanics of it because I didn't see them load it, but it shoots table salt with compressed air, and I think theirs was CO2. Um, and it just basically would propel grains of table salt, just like they were tiny um, BBs made out of sodium. I don't know. Whatever your secret is, Tom, please let me know because I'd love to go one day without getting bitten by a mosquito. Hey, what's up, Dark Gravity? I hope you haven't been in here long, and I hope I didn't like miss you coming in. But if I did, welcome, sir. It's wonderful to have you. Yeah, see that I don't know. I've heard conflicting stories too, Dark Gravity. But the latest news I had received was that um, type like your blood type had something to do with it, but it could have just been a lot of heavy breathing type O people that were butthurt about the fact that they were attracted to the carbon dioxide, so they made up the whole type O thing. Mosquitoes all hang up on me, but the bites only last a minute or two on me. No, dude, nothing. I'm nothing like your daughter, but no, they're gonna be itching for a couple days. and they will. I mean, they're seriously. I can't slap fast enough to kill them, and there won't even be that many around. People that are sitting around me are like, "What are you doing, dude? What's wrong with you? You keep hitting yourself." Like, mosquitoes are eating me up. And they're like, "There's not even any mosquitoes out here. I don't see a single one." Come over here. You'll see them. They're all right here. I don't know, but you can get those little, like, the snake shot 22s, uh, with the teeny little whatever kind of BBs that are in them. But I don't know about the rock salt shotgun shells. Gratefulus panicus. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have reached my final form. Um, and speaking of allergies, dude, like, I don't know, it's not bad at all. Like, I haven't had it in forever. I think I having it so bad got rid of it, but I was highly allergic to poison ivy as a kid, and um, my mama had a little flower garden slash like fall garden where she planted broccoli and Brussels sprouts and crap like that in the fall, and then the rest of the year she'd have flowers growing, and she wanted it cleaned out, and it was full of poison ivy, like just vined up everywhere. And so my dad built a brush fire, and I'm cleaning this stuff out, and I was like 5, 6 years old, somewhere around there. Well, they were not clear with me. They did not specifically say, "Hey, this stuff." I think they said something about, like, watch this stuff, it'll make you itch. So I'm thinking, like, if I touch it, I'll be like, "Ooh, it's just a little," and then done with. Well, mom said she looked out, and I'm like rolling around in it and like playing in it and putting it in the fire and like dancing around the fire like a one of the Lost Boys or some crap. And the next day, um, I was just like a poison ivy whelp. Like, my whole body, everything was just, my eyes were swole shut, my face was all swollen. I looked like, and like, this is literal because I've seen pictures of it. I'm not being mean. I literally looked like I had Down syndrome, and so they rushed me to the hospital. And apparently, on top of it just being all over me because of me rolling in it, um, breathing inhaling the smoke that it was putting off didn't help either because it had gotten in my bloodstream, and I had to have like all these injections to get rid of it or whatever. But now, um, I could probably, like, I don't know, rub it in my eyeballs and be totally cool. Matter of fact, I very tentatively rubbed a leaf on me at one point, like, couple years ago, and I didn't get poison ivy, so I think it cured me. My near death experience cured me from my poison ivy allergy. And so you're lucky, Jared, which I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones now too. My friend Will, he can look at it from across the room and swell up like the chick on Willy Wonka. And that's some good advice there, Mikey. But fortunately, I don't need this Xanthel because I have conquered poison ivy. See, I'm allergic to, I don't know what the second one is, but I'm definitely allergic to penicillin, and luckily I'm not allergic to wasps and bees because we had honeybee hives growing up, so that uh would have been a conflict of interest for me. Oh yeah, Lost Boys is an absolutely fantastic movie, and Kiefer's itching just it's that power of suggestion. Um, Michael Morgan, I don't believe anything Billy Corgan says or has ever said, so I haven't heard his shapeshifter story, but I already don't believe it. And we never used rock salt. My dad was just always a firm believer in, if you're somewhere you ought not be, a little bird shot ain't gonna hurt you too bad. Oh, right on, Jeremy. I hope you're having really good luck. Which, judging by the how those ribs look, I don't think you're having any problem selling ribs. Turkey mite's just like a chicken mite, Tim, except it's on a turkey. Like, y- you ever told somebody, they asked you if you're going to do something, you said I might, and they look at you and say mites grow on chicken's ass. It's those little bugs that are nasty. Oh, Ninja, I had a question for you. So, I know when we in our correspondence, when we were talking about the knives you had available, and I was telling you which ones I would like to check out, you said, I'm pretty sure you said that one of the feldspars was like a user had been used in the garden, and other such. I'm guessing, because I can't tell on either one, but I'm guessing it was maybe the G10 version. But I mean, like, there's nothing. They're not, like, not scratched up, or I mean, there's little teeny little. Uh, like, yeah, that's crazy that it held. I mean, there's nothing, dude. Like, it. Yeah, it's definitely not brand new in box, but it doesn't look like it's been, like, seen any kind of heavy use. That's insane, dude. Black one has a chip. Well, I didn't do the. Uh, okay, maybe right there. Ah, that is like, dude, you got sensitive fingernails, because I can barely feel that thing. But that is crazy. Yeah, these are insane knives, especially for the price, but not just for the price. I mean, they're just good knives, period. But at that price, it's a daggone steal. Actually, Alex, I'm not really sending out knives, just basically because I don't really have any to send out. And I still have a pretty good bit out there that I'm waiting to get back. But once I am in a position to start sending them out again, I will definitely let you know, and we can do a little swapperooski. And I don't know if you guys follow um I Love Knives Jeremy on Instagram, but I saw a post that he posted the other day, and it looks like he literally took an order of ribs to his friend in the hospital, and his friend looked absolutely ecstatic, like the happiest hospital patient I've ever seen in my life. So I thought that was really cool, man. Joe, my brother from another mother, how are you, my friend? S- How was cards night? Yeah, I barely, like, I felt it, but I wouldn't have. I mean, I had to be looking for it to notice it. I never would have noticed it otherwise. All right, so in the channel update video, I one of the things that I brought up was the fact that the longer, uh, well, the questions aren't any longer than any of the other questions, but the questions that have longer answers, I was going to address in the live streams. So, and I mean, we can wait if, because we're just sitting here shooting the shit and talking about random things like we do. That's so enjoyable, because the topics we get on, man. They're pretty crazy cool, and I enjoy the hell out of them. But I was planning on answering, uh, or partially answering, because I've got several, but uh, Brother Worm's question, which was basically he wanted to hear some funny war stories, as in like uh, funny crap that happened either to me or to someone else when I was in the military. And I was going to um, address that and give you an answer. We'll give an answer to Jeremy and a funny story to everyone else at some point. Right on. Well, you do a good job, dude. Like, I mean, they're perfectly centered. I don't know if you have adjusted any of that, but they're perfectly centered. The action is phenomenal. The D10 is like dialed in, like perfect. Uh, and see, the main purpose of me borrowing these was to see if I like them as much as I like the looks of them, and I think I actually like them better than I like the looks of them because um, I don't know, just the action is way better than I ever imagined it could be. What knife were you having in the service? When okay, so that's kind of part of my like how I got into knives story. My well, since the knife community is my church, so I guess it would be my testimony. But up until I was in the military, the only knives I ever had was pretty much case trappers. I had a few um like I don't think I ever had a legit buck 10. I had some knockoffs, and I had a couple of like flea market style fake brass butterfly knives. But when I was in the army, I came home for Christmas one year, and there's this little kind of like well, it's not little, it's huge, but they call it Macy's in the mountains. But up where my parents live, there's this large general store that sells everything from socks to 12 gauges to ottomans to washing machines to blue jeans. I mean, they sell literally anything you would want to buy. They even have a grocery section. Well, we were in there, and I went to the knife section, the gun section, and the first one I got was a Kershaw Scallion, and I thought it was just the most fantastic little knife ever because it was assisted. Now I hate assisted, but back then I was like, I would show people and be like, "Dude, check this out. It's like a switchblade, but it's like different because you just push this right here and it flies out, and it's totally awesome. And it's got a safety on it. There was a little plastic tab that kind of covered the tip of the blade that would keep it from springing open if it was just barely nudged. If you pushed it, it was going right through that piece of plastic. So that, and then a Gerber Parabellum, which it was a large. I mean, it was huge folder with a really strange lock that also had a really strange sheath, and it could either be configured to carry the blade, like carried the knife with the blade open as like it was a fixed blade, or just like a pouch to shove it in with the blade closed. And I don't know, I can't remember what happened to the Kershaw, but I had the Gerber for like years after I got out, and still thought it was an awesome knife. And I mean, it might be because back then I didn't know anything about knives, but it never I never sharpened it, and it was still sharp and didn't tear up. So I guess it was all right. No, no, don't cuss me like that, Joe. But I mean, there is good detent and bad detent. I don't think I'm quite as picky as Kevin is. Although I've got to take my daggum Kaiser, Land, Kaiser, Lan apart because something happened to the detent and it's really mushy. Um, dude, am I not? No, I was not. I missed somebody coming in, and wow, dang, missed a heap. Okay, I went pretty far back, and Mark Herrera, he just pretty. This needs to be on a T-shirt, and it is. These are words to live by right here. This could pretty much be the new golden rule. If you do what you're supposed to do, you probably won't get your ass kicked or shot at. I mean, if that doesn't pretty much sum life up, I don't know what does. That's freaking awesome. Oh crap. Peace out, Lone Wolf. Thank you for joining us. I hope you sleep well, and I hope we lullaby you to sleep in the most unabrasive fashion ever. And welcome, Jeff Woods. Or Doctor Woods. Are you a doctor, or do you just play one on TV? And of course, the priest goes back at you, monster. Oh, ha, like that. Tunes and tacos. You coined a term today. Tunes and tacos. Um, Care to elaborate on that, Mikey? He plays one on TV. That's freaking awesome, dude. Is he like on a soap opera? Because I used to watch Days of Our Lives with my grandma because that was her program. So we had to, whenever I was visiting her, we had to watch her program. Well, Alex, it's totally fine to play a doctor in your head as long as you don't play a doctor with your head. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I was thinking the same thing, Worm. There needed to be a Tuesday in there. Dr. Noah, Dr. Horton. Yes. It's pretty far up there, Tim. He said he was just gonna kind of lay back and relax and drift off to sleep. Cooking tacos and listening to music, tunes and tacos, tacos and tunes. That's a stretch, Mikey. And it is Tuesday. No, Kiefer, I would not be mad at you at all. Matter of fact, I would be mad if you stayed in here and then had a crappy day tomorrow because you're tired. So please go get some rest, and because there's a lot of very impatient, anxious people out there that are probably waiting for packages, and I don't want them mad at you for things that are out of your control. Oh, we're all doctors. Oh man, I haven't seen Spies Like Us in forever, dude. That or Stripes, and yes, definitely, Kiefer, enjoy your Slumberfest and have sweet, precious, angelic dreams of the Daleka. Do you ever go to Mass General Store? No, I haven't. I haven't been to one of those, Jason. Matter of fact, I haven't even. I don't think I've ever heard of one, but I need to definitely check that out. I haven't even been to Southern Edge Knife Works, and it's like an hour and a half for me. The only knife store I've been to in South Carolina is uh, Bass Pro Shop. Knoxville and Asheville. I've been to Asheville, but I haven't, and I've been to Knoxville, but I haven't. I've never been to a mast, but I need to check that out. Could be Taco Tuesday at a gentleman's establishment. Then it's tacos, tunes, and TTs. Who's down? And see, that's even more perfect, Winchester, because you get two different types of tacos. You get the crunchy variety, and you get the pink, possibly furry variety. So tacos for everyone. Yeah, because you'll be right there at it, Worm. I mean, you're going to Myrtle, um, and I'm pretty sure I can never remember if it's at Barefoot Landing or Broadway at the beach. I think it's at Barefoot Landing. Um, so it's like super easy to get to. Wipe it out Wednesdays. Whoa, there's Mill Swear. What's going on here? You guys trying to get something over on me? Oh, Milf's at a that's not Milf's at a gentleman's establishment. If we're talking about the same gentleman's establishment that I'm thinking of, that's not the kind of Milfs you want to hang out with, Tim. They were not Milfs for the right reasons. They were Milfs because of daddy issues. Uh, Southern Edge Knife Works. Well, actually, there is another knife shop up around Aiken. I want to say I can't remember what it's called. It is in North Myrtle Beach, so it's at it's at Barefoot Landing. That's a cool little place to hang out, Barefoot Landing. Some neat little shops. It's kind of touristy, but not like the Boulevard touristy. Whoa, 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 what? That is crazy. Olight is has a reservation on a I5 TUV. So the one of the ultralight I5Ts. That because I have yeah, I need one of those. I mean, who doesn't need an ultralight flashlight? I would probably never use it, but I would be so stoked to have it, and would probably just try and buy things that are UV reactive so I could use my flashlight on them, like white T-shirts and such. Goondocks, what's happening, buddy? And I'm not listening. I'm not listening to anything. Like literally nothing. There is no music, no sound, no nothing. And now Tim and Winchester are having the conversation that I knew they were going to have when Tim mentioned the MILFs at gentlemen's establishments. Because that's the best way to for me to transmit sound to you. I mean, I can hear me and I can hear my playback, but I can't like hear you guys. Cops are at the door. Wish me luck. Good luck. Why are cops at his door? Does anybody know what's going on here? Did he get in trouble for playing a cop or a doctor on TV? Good luck. Go easy on him, cops. He's a doctor. I hope they can hear me. And I hope that helps. But yeah, Goondocks. What I use oh like Bluetooth earbuds for just regular videos, but there's a lag with the live stream, and not just the lag, it's horrible sound quality, but with this it's like a whole heap better. And even like using the phone microphone is like horrible. Oh no, Jeremy, no. I mean, no worries at all, dude. Like it's not even a thing. That was me basically saying I'm one of those guys that wants freaking everything, whether I need it or will use it or not. I would just buy it for the dumbest reasons and actually have to do things in order to be able to use it. Not to mention it's probably not brass, and I'm kind of stuck on brass right now. So, um, nope. Brother Golick in the house. Yes, there. We see. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, I can hear me, but not that it matters. Um, but yeah, it's pretty much just for the mic, and I just had these, so I used them instead of having to go out and buy like a mic and stuff to stick on the phone. And this is pretty cool. I like this. We got Brother Goondocks and Brother Golick, and those names kind of match like two. It's like two orc brothers or something from Mordor. All right, so what are we? We're looking at. We are 1 hour in. Would you guys be opposed to? Which you're going to hear it too, but it is Jeremy's question. But Jeremy having his question semi answered because I mean, like I said, there's just a butt ton of answers that can answer this question. Um, and oh, nice, Mikey. So when's the blessed event? You're gonna be a stepdad, I see. That's awesome. Um, you and Cinnamon are finally making it official, or is it Tits McGee that you're gonna be tying the knot with? And Joe says, "Let's hear it." All right. So, um, I don't know, just being in the military, just even in like basic training, much less your duty station, because you spend a lot longer periods of like you know a year or more as opposed to a couple of months that you spend in basic with guys. And then of course there was five, one, two, three, four. There's six of us that actually did basic together, and then we're all stationed in California together. And yeah, Southern Edges. That's it. But so I mean, you form some really strong friendships, and you meet people you would like never forget. But there's two guys in particular that I wasn't necessarily friends with. I mean, I wasn't not friends with them. I didn't dislike them, but I will never forget them for reasons other than a strong bond of friendship. And they were their names were Phil Barrows. He was from Oklahoma, and then the other guy was Bill Krolik, and I can't remember where he was from. He was from like weird Sylvania or something like that because he was whacked out. But a lot of the stories from my days in the military revolve around those two because they just did such whacked out stuff that I mean it's hard not to have stories about them. But the one that you're going to hear today is about Bill Krolik, and he was the first of those two that I met, and he was the one that left the soonest because uh, Phil was still, I think he was still in when I ETS'd out. But I didn't spend a whole lot of time around Bill until we went to gunnery range for the first time. But like up until then, I mean, I'd heard stories. I heard he was kind of an odd bird, and he had a strange way of viewing things, and he had a not very high level of intelligence. He was actually probably because I guess it's still this way, but back then infantry basically had the lowest acceptance ASVAB score, like the lowest score you could possibly get on the ASVAB and still make it into the infantry. Like their score was the lowest of any of the other MOSs. And both of these guys probably had to have a little boost at the end. I really don't think they made the cutoff. But so fast forward to me getting to my duty station, and we're at gunnery range for the first time. And we had gone to, because when we were out in the field, the only hot meals we like would possibly get would be breakfast and or supper. Like lunch was never a hot meal; it was always an MRE. I was 11 Mike and then 11 Bravo, but just infantry, and but I was mechanized first and then just straight leg after that. But we were sitting in the tent, like chilling and opening up, busting out our MREs, and I'm pretty sure that it's kind of a habit with anybody that's in the military. A group of you gets your MREs. The first thing you do is you open yours up to see what you got, and then you start looking around to see what other people got to see what you can trade. Well, so we're sitting there, and my friend Frank is on the cot next to me, and he pulled out his like the meal pack, and it was the barbecued. It was like barbecue meatballs and rice, and he didn't like it, so he was trying to trade it with somebody, and he asked Krolik. He said, "Hey man," he's like, "You want Well, he said, what meal did you get?" And I don't think so, Jeremy. I don't think anybody got blocked. I didn't block anybody, and you're still here. But he asked Krolik what he had gotten in his meal, and he liked it better than the barbecue. So he asked Krolik if he wanted to trade, and I'm gonna do my best to imitate Bill's voice because he just had this odd voice. It almost sounded fake. If you like didn't know him, you would think, if you just like didn't see him and you just heard his voice, you'd think it was somebody messing around. But he was like, "Hey Bill, man, what you got in your MRE? You want to trade? I got the barbecue meatballs." And Bill said, he was like, "No way, man, I don't eat rice. Rice makes you stupid." So then, I mean, that perked my attention. I was like, "Oh, I'm paying attention now. Where's this going? I got to hear this." And so Frank's like, he's like, "Oh, really? How do you figure that, man?" He's like, Bill said, I mean, look at Chinese people. They eat rice all the time and they're stupid." And so I had to cut in at this point. I was like, "Bill, I'm pretty sure that actually the stereotype goes that Asian people are actually very intelligent, especially with, math and such." And he was like, "Well, that tells you it's wrong right there, because the word stereotype means something that's just, it's wrong." I was like, "Well, I mean, no, that's not what it means, but continue like your thought. How are you drawing the conclusion that Chinese people are stupid?" He said, "Man, they walk around squinting all the time, so they're stupid." And I said, "Well, first off, they're not squinting. That's kind of how their eyes are shaped. But why? Like, why would somebody squinting make? I mean, maybe they just can't see good, or the sun's in their eyes." And he's like, he said, "Well," he said, "what's the first thing you do if you don't understand something? You squint your eyes up, and you're like, huh? That means you're stupid." I said, "Okay, let's roll with this, man. Like, this is going to be good." I said, so Asian people are stupid because they squint, and they squint and are stupid because they eat rice. So you're not going to eat rice because you don't want to be stupid. God forbid you were stupid. But so Confucius, people like Confucius, they're stupid." And he says, and like the ancient Chinese secret, like Confucius say, "Man who keep feet on ground have trouble putting on pants," stuff like that. Well, he was convinced that Confucius was literally a character that was invented for those little sayings. So when I mentioned Confucius, he was like, "Dude, he's not even real. He's the guy in the ancient Chinese secret jokes." I said, "Okay, well, maybe that's true, but there are other uh, philosophers and deep thinkers out there, and you're basically stating that all Asians are stupid." And he'd said that all philosophers and such were stupid because the ones that were real basically just wandered around spouting off nonsense and expecting people to believe it. So I just started listing off like different smart people from history, and I was like, so Socrates is stupid, Plato is stupid. When I got to Plato, dude, he started rolling, like he about fell off the cot rolling, just like laughing hilariously. And I mean, couldn't understand what in the world was funny. I was like, dude, what's so funny about that? And he was like, he said, you're stupid too. I said, well, how do you figure? He said, because Plato's a planet, you jackass. Dead serious. So we're like, me, Frank, Rojas, and I think McKinney was the other dude. We're rolling on the freaking floor, laughing at this dude because he legit believes this stuff. Everything he just said, he believes like wholeheartedly. Well, so when you're at gunnery range, we were in a Bradley unit. So basically, it's just like you're qualifying with your M16, except you've got your Bradley down at the range, and you're basically testing how good the driver, gunner, and Bradley commander are as a cohesive unit, and how effective they are as a weaponized vehicle. So you go down there, and we've got these huge plywood pop-up targets that are cut out in the shape of different vehicles, and we had two platoons. So when one platoon was firing doing their course of fire, the other platoon was basically detail platoon, and they would just pick up any details that needed to be done. And one of the details was target details. So after a vehicle had done their course of fire, we would have to go down and check the targets, make sure there weren't like big ass holes blown in them, and if there were, we'd have to patch them up with other pieces of cardboard or plywood. And then they had these things, they're about that big around. They were called Atwesses, and they were powered by a battery. They'd get a signal from the battery, and they would poof, like blow up a big puff of smoke for smoke signature to simulate the target was a vehicle that was firing on you. Well, we'd have to replace any of those that had gone off, and then fix the holes or whatever. So we go down and we do our target detail, and we took 2 Humvees. There was, I think, like 6 or 8 of us. We come back, and me and Frank are hanging out at the base of the range tower and just chilling, like shooting the shit and watching the Bradleys shoot. And I think like about 3 of them had shot, and it was in the middle of the 4th one that the range master comes over the radio, and he's like, he says, India 7 Delta, report to he calls ceasefire. He's like, ceasefire. The Bradley stopped shooting. He calls, which Frank was the first sergeant's driver. He calls him up to the top of the tower. Frank goes trotting up there, and then when he comes back down, he's like, hey man, take a ride with me. I go, what's going on? He said, we got wildlife on the range. Well, out there, they had these huge freaking elk. Like, dude, these things were the size of horses. And they were endangered. They were called Thule elk. And at one point, they had been like this huge nuisance. So people just started killing them off. And they got to a point where they were almost like wiped out of existence. So they put them on the endangered list. Well, at this time, they had, kind of grown in numbers. So DNR would do a lottery around there every year. You could enter the lottery, and they would draw for basically a tag to where you were allowed to kill a Thule elk. But with them being endangered, when they got on the range, we'd have to call a ceasefire, and then somebody would have to go down range to chase them off so that we didn't gunnery them. Well, we jump in the Humvee, and we're hauling ass down range. And the range master, because the range tower is like pretty high up, so he can see the entire range. And he's kind of guiding Frank. He's like, take a right here. And he says, all right, you got this left-hand curve. When you get about halfway through, you should see the movement. Well, and we saw the movement at the same time. He's probably running maybe like 40 around the curve. And when he sees it and I see it, and he slams on brakes, and the Humvee's like sliding sideways, and we're just sitting there like, and we stop and we look at each other, and I was like, Frank, and he was like, dude, I don't know. And I was like, dude, I don't know. Like, what the hell? And what we're looking at is Krolik on his belly, low crawling, with a daggum Rambo style survival knife in his teeth, and he's peeking around like some scrub brush. And like, we jump out, we're like, dude, what the hell? He's like, they're shooting at me, man. Those assholes were trying to kill me. I was like, dude, they were shooting gunnery. What the hell are you doing down here? Well, apparently when we were downrange doing target detail, he had gone off to take a leak and didn't tell anybody. So when we loaded back up and took off back to the base of the range tower, he was still downrange, and nobody knew it because everybody just kind of jumped in whatever Humvee was closest. And that was their ride back because we stayed pretty close. Like when we'd all be working on the same target, nobody would wander off, well, except for Krolik. So we get him back up there. Everybody knows the story. I mean, it spreads like wildfire. Krolik survives uh, indirect fire from uh, 3 or 4 different Bradleys. Well, to kind of not really punish him like you did bad, but more like I don't know, a reminder. They gave him extra duty for a week at battalion headquarters, and he had to go and basically after final formation, he'd go up there for a couple hours and clean up and help out around there, help them lock up and stuff. And he was pissed about it, and he blamed battalion headquarters for him having the extra duty when actually I think our first sergeant put him in for it. But so one day, and it was like the end of the second week, he was getting off of extra duty, and we were having final formation on Friday, and I walk in the company area, and he's like kind of standing off by himself laughing. Well, about that time, like two of the platoon sergeants and our first sergeant come like scuttling by, like talking frantically to each other. And I was like, oh crap, something's going on. What's happening? So I went to my squad leader and I was like, dude, what's going on? He was like, I don't know, man. Some kind of bug is going around battalion headquarters. He was like the battalion commander and command sergeant major are both sick, and a couple of ladies that work in the office up there are sick. Well, what had happened was, as payback for him having extra duty, Krolik had made a batch of X-Lax brownies and took them up there and set the plate of brownies in the middle of the table in the conference room, and they just had the squirts from X-Lax basically, and he bragged about it to a couple of people what he had done because he set a pokey trap um, to catch the pogues, which were personnel other than grunts, which basically rear echelon um, personnel, and they would get made fun of because they were not combat arms MOSs. And he ended up getting Section 8 out, which was probably a good thing because he was, in fact, nutso. And so that is it. And I hope you enjoy that one because, I mean, there's more. But that's the only Krolik story because after that, he was gone and I have no clue what happened to him. And I need to catch up because I missed a heap. And Ninja, yes, he was 100% for real. Dude, mine does that too. Like it does it all the time. Where I'll go to type a comment and the video just goes dark. I can still hear the audio and but I can't see the video. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Worm. Um, like I said, there's others, but those will come at much later dates because there's other uh questions that need answering. One of them is Jason Brown's question, and that is another long one that's going to be done on a live. And basically, uh, it's very it's a simple question, but it's going to be very in depth as far as how my musical tastes have changed over the years. I feel bad for the dumbitude. If you mean Krolik, don't feel bad for him. Like he was, he could handle it because he was tough. He was one of those guys that like he was so dumb, like he had to be tough because otherwise he would have been wiped out uh, probably before he reached his teenage years. man, true story, Tim. Don't apologize for going through rough times because we all have had or are currently having rough times. So nobody thinks badly or less of you because of it. Whoa, there's Brother Bruce. What's happening, man? Did I miss you coming in when I was running my mouth, or did you just now pop up talking? But either way, it's good to see you. It's been for freaking ever, dude. I think this is probably the second time um in at least a year that well third time because we've spoken through messages, but as far as on YouTube comments or whatever, this is like second time in a year because you've been so uh crazy busy moving and stuff. Yeah, that's probably safe to say you do not want to take those UV lights to a motel. Now, got new comments down here. Do any of you guys got any humorous stories? Yeah, it would suck for you guys because you're only allowed to type a certain number of characters, and it'd take you 15 years to get your point across. Uh, Jeremy, the i3T with that you can use the 10440s with, does it come in brass? Yeah, I bet so, Bruce, and I'm sorry about that. How's she doing spirits wise, or is she um is she staying pretty good spirits, or is it not so good? Okay, so that's something I need to work on getting because I love the i5T, but it does not. I mean, it'll take them like they'll fit in there and it will come on, but it's not compatible with the 14500 batteries because it just had like the low mode goes completely away, and I feel like it's like could screw it up or whatever. It's just strictly high mode when you cut it on. Do you like have both modes with the i3T with the rechargeable like the lithium batteries? Well, that's good, Bruce. I mean, I'm happy about that. I know the other's really, really tough, but at least she's able to be in good spirits. And I used to vape, um, Steven, until I said, you know what, Mama didn't raise a quitter. I'll go back to the stinkies, and really just because it became such a hassle to vape with and at that time, just none of the mods I got were worth a crap. They just kept uh, either screwing up or they weren't worth a dang for flavor. No, see that I got to correct you there, Jason Brown, where you said when we were young we didn't have good toys, so we used to roll each other down the hill in tires. I mean, really, we had good toys, and we still rolled each other down the hill in tires. I mean, that's you see a big old tractor trailer tire, or a large SUV tire, the first thought is, hey, I can fit in there, and then I can be rolled down the hill, and it'll be fun. Because Mama won't let me ride in the dryer on tumble. So dang, Tom, that's uh that's freaking ridiculous the way employers can do employees. Because that's, I mean, basically what I mean. That's not what happened to me. It wasn't layoff. It was straight up termination for bullcrap reasons. Um, Basically, after my wife took off, it was just me responsible for getting Marley to and from school. Um, I mean, yeah, she hadn't totally fallen off the face of the earth at that point, so Marley was staying with her a week, and then she'd be at my house for a week. So on the weeks that I had her, of course, I had to take her to school because she's in what they call a magnet program around here, where it's like a gifted program, and you have like one elementary school in a district that's the magnet school, but the kids don't live in that district necessarily. So if they don't live in the bus route, the parents have to take them to school. And of course, she has to be at school at 7:15, or the earliest she can be at school is 7:15. I have to be at work at 7. So there was that whole thing that was supposed to be excused, and then ended up apparently wasn't excused, and sayonara and all that crap. So yeah, that's true. That outside is the best toy ever. And luckily, my daughter's not she's not the kind of kid, like, yeah, she'll like to chill in her room at times, but usually she'd rather be outside messing around. Matter of fact, there's like right across from my driveway, which is not really a driveway, it's just a little path through my yard to the dirt road, and then across the dirt road there's a uh, trail where people have ridden around this overgrown field on four-wheelers and in pickup trucks and stuff. She'll be out there in the middle of the night running up and down the trail and going into the woods and stuff, just chilling and playing. Welcome back, Mikey. You missed all the fun and festivities and all the name calling that we did about you. And you might want to look before you sit down, because we dumped a huge cup of spiders in your seat. Ooh, I probably didn't catch the joke. I did catch the joke now. Those were the good years. And yeah, definitely Fran for Monster, and ILK Jeremy, because he's kind of in the same boat too. He's just happened to become more resourceful than my ignorant tail, and has made quite the name for himself smoking ribs. And I'm going to find his address one day and just show up on his doorstep and be like, I want to buy some ribs, dude. Open up a blade. Me open up a blade? Uh, Here you go. This. That is a blade. Wait, which way? There we go. Backwards. This is the cheapest, nastiest, ugliest dollar freaking multi-tool there is in the world, but the pliers work on it and they come in very handy. So those are my junk drawer pliers. Alrighty, Tom. You have a very unabrasive night, and have some super unabrasive dreams, and a about as unabrasive of a day as you can have tomorrow. We appreciate you being here, man, hanging out with us. Yeah, we're in the same boat there with you, Jason Brown. Literally the only law, like knife law, that is in effect in South Carolina is you are forbidden to um carry a knife with a blade longer than 3 inches on school property. Which I have no problem with that. I think that's a decent rule that everyone should follow. Um, and then, of course, I mean the regular places that you can't carry any kind of weapons, like the courthouse and stuff like that. But as far as specifically knives, um, I've never seen it in person, but I mean I've seen pictures of dudes that were taken in South Carolina, and they're like at Walmart with a broadsword on their back. So yeah, no, it's 3 inches, Mikey. It is 3 inches. I promise you. I don't know if I have any stories like right off the top of my head. Mm, I'll have to let my brain tumble around in my head to for a little while. Maybe one will pop out. Go for a walk, I flip a knife, and never get questioned. So I kind of want to blow Alex's mind and just show up wherever he's at and pop out uh, out of nowhere while he's walking and just start questioning him about flipping the knife. And questions like, so washers or bearings, a liner lock, frame lock, can you spidey flick it? How's the detent? Oh yeah, they just passed the open carry law here too. As far as anyone with a CWP can open carry, which I mean I don't have a problem with it per se, except for the fact that how are the cops going to enforce this? Are they like, can they really check everybody that's open carrying to see if they have a concealed weapons permit? Alrighty, brother Bruce, thank you so much for stopping by, man. It was good to see you. And don't let it be so long next time. Drop on in anytime you feel like, man, or anytime you have the chance. I know you stay really busy and you don't have a lot of spare time in your days, but hopefully you can find a minute or two to come hang out with us occasionally, um, when time permits, my friend. Beach Island, South Carolina. No, that sounds like it's I don't know, near the beach. um, maybe like up towards the North Carolina border. Permit required to carry or open carry anymore. Yeah, I think that's what we're heading towards. Should be cool because if everybody is allowed to carry, well, you better don't be stupid with your carry because you're not gonna come out on top. Ooh, is Pat in here? What's happening, Pat? And how much use would you really get out of an automatic knife inside your home? Um, which I only have one automatic knife. Don't look at my sexy bits, guys. And then that's not even it. It's supposed to be back there. That's where it was earlier. Marley must be running around and with her gang, um, brandishing automatic knives and reenacting scenes from West Side Story. My pleasure, Bruce. Like seriously, we enjoy having you here, and your family, man. You know you're welcome anytime. Oh yeah, that's my favorite button too, car. And yeah, that it was probably the third one down because that is definitely the sexiest button on this shirt. It's it was actually custom made to be sexy. It like Mikey's milkshake. My that button actually brings all the girls to the yard. Hmm. I don't know. I had my Protect was sitting right back there, but it is not. So it is somewhere else. I want to tell you what, I took that thing apart and it's like, I don't know, I was intimidated. It's the TR3, just the regular old, it's not the fish scale or anything, just the regular TR3. And it had gotten to where any women in the yard into knives. I don't think it's 11 o'clock here. I don't think there's any women in my yard right now, but yeah, if they are, they probably are into knives because it's dark and dangerous out there. Oh, but it had gotten to where I would when I would deploy it, it would kind of it be real sluggish. It wouldn't lock. So I took it apart, like cleaned it up in some solvent, and it was pretty easy. It went back together like pretty simple and like functioned fine. So I mean, I guess I can't really endorse taking it apart because that would be really messed up if somebody took it apart and then couldn't get it back together, and I would be at fault. But oh crap, if uh if you're fairly mechanically inclined, I don't see you having any difficulties disassembling and reassembling that. And dude, when I soaked it in some in the solvent and cleaned it up real good and put a little oil on it, put it back together, that thing fired off like a brand new stinking knife, man. Mike's Venmo brings all the milkshakes to the girls. It does, and then gets the milkshake thrown at him or something. I'm not sure. Um, to because he was basically calling the girl a prostitute and trying to pay for her services with milkshakes. A poker skull Kalashnikov for sale. Yeah, that is a cool knife Winchester. I'm just not the hugest automatic fan. I just for some reason I really like the look of that TR3 and I don't know if y'all know Christos Manis that's in the I think he's in Jimmy Slash group and maybe Edge Addicted, but he was selling them like super cheap. So I had to jump on it. Matter of fact, he was selling it super cheap, and I think he cut me an even better deal when I showed interest in it. So um, I couldn't pass it up. Oh, do tell, Jason. I would like to hear what your wife has in her collection because mine had some pretty pimp ones in her collection that really she didn't even give a shit about, but she took them when she left. Jeremy's got the Benchmade Autocrat. That's not a shabby uh, automatic by any means. I have had not owned, but like had in hand um that one, and it's pretty pimp. No, I don't even know. I mean, she might have. She took them because I mean, technically they were her knives. I gave them to her, but the fact that she took them and she didn't care about them, and one was a GEC and like kind of one that was highly sought after, and I didn't ended up giving it to her because it was so small. It was the it's number 19, number think it's number 19. No, number 19 Coyote. But joke's on her because I have the tube with the button in it here. So all she's got's the knife. The 3 SD classics, a Halloween one, a black cat one, and one with a China porcelain pattern. Heck yeah. You can. I love the little SD classics. I've got 3 too. I've got one that I found that advertises a spice company. I've got one that I got from Jody that is American flag pattern, and I've got one that's just solid color. I think green maybe or blue. That would be cool. Get for Jeremy and Jason, if your wives could like get on that collection, like just collect every Halloween SD classic that came out. I want that daggum Trash Panda one, man. That was cool as crap. Oh, Pat, if you're talking about the oh no, you're talking about the UTX 85. Wouldn't know anything about that. You're talking about the GC 85. That one is that is a good actual EDC carry slip joint. Like collecting case or Rough Riders now. Yeah, it really is. And it's sad that and well, it's not sad because Rough Rider has stepped their game up, but it in a way it's sad that Case is pretty much being compared to Rough Rider. And what's even more sad is that I would actually prefer a Rough Rider over a Case. And yes, Pat, I think you would definitely dig Great Eastern Cutlery. Do they? And I mean, yeah, they're hard-ish to get, but they're not really that hard to get if, as people say they are, if you just know people that have them and people that tend to trade them. Like there used to be a guy on Instagram. I haven't seen him in a while, and he was not one of those guys that would sell them for extravagant. He'd pay $90 for them and then turn around and sell them for like 350. Like he would sell them for right around what he bought them for, and they would always be brand new in tube condition. Like he never carried them. But his IG name was Monster Pete, and I got a killer deal on a number 78, like the one that Casey had on his live stream yesterday. The number 78, but his was 2 blade. I had the number 78 single blade spear point in white bone, and dude, like, oh, that thing was so beautiful because 6 months after getting it, and I'd carried it a good bit, it had already started to have that yellow patina to it, and the nickel silver bolsters had started to patina. It just looked so killer, and I mean, it was still in good shape, so like perfect shape. And I think they probably sold for, actually they probably sold for right around 120, and that's what I paid for it. So not no scalping at all whatsoever. Yeah, me too. I want I want the ones that I used to have back. So that would be because I ended up lucking out on some really cool ones. I got the was it the 85, the bullet end jack and African Blackwood from one of the slip joint paradigm or one of the slip joint groups that I was in Facebook. They ended up because they sold out like crazy, and somehow one of the main dudes in the group got hold to like 50 of them and offered them out to you could like reserve a spot to get one. Oh, that thing was so killer, and it was a spear point, but it had so much freaking belly on it, and it was an easy open, so it had the easy open cutout, and it was so sweet. I think that and the big jack I had 54. I think big jack. So 40, yeah, 54 big jack with the cougar claw bone covers. it was the one two blade that I ended up keeping and liking because it was a jack. They came off the same end, and they were both. It wasn't a primary blade and a secondary blade. It was two primary blades. It was it had a uh, clip point and a spear point, I believe, like both full size. Yeah, definitely. Like 100%, I prefer Rough Rider over Case, and especially like those like the Classic Carbon series and the Rough Rider Reserve. Um, like they're just like this one, even though the blade's off center, like it's still. I mean, it's still a better fit and finish than Case, like without a doubt. Piece of pocket lint in there. That wouldn't happen if it was a Case knife. But yeah, I mean, and walk and talk is equal to any GEC I've ever had. I mean, yeah, the materials may not be quite as nice, and the fit and finish may not be quite as nice as a Great Eastern Cutlery. I mean, but for all intents and purposes, I feel like just can't remember if this is 448 or DT. I think it's 448. I feel like 448 has the same edge retention at least as 1095, and it doesn't corrode as easily. Yeah, like the like Todd Carr says, you can get the D2 and the what is it, the T whatever tool steel on the classic carbons, so you can get some cool patina going on. Poker beer barrel canoe today. Oh, nice, nice, Pat. Um, I've got that little Stockman that's missing the poor thing's missing the shield, and like I said, like I luckily it fell out in the case and I wasn't carrying it, and so at that point it was a really good idea for me not to carry it because I could have lost the shield. But I even to this day I've sharpened it up, and I clean it and keep it in good working order. But I'm just terrified to carry it because I'm afraid I'll either lose it or ruin it. And it was a Christmas, like a Secret Santa Christmas gift, and to this day I have no clue who it was from. Um, the little um spotted it due to your video. Hey, what's up, Alex? Welcome aboard the HMS Looney Bin. Um, well, you spotted the beer barrel one due to my video. That would be cool if I had inspired a the acquisition of a Booker beer barrel. But yeah, the whoever sent it to me, they must have they had to have known me pretty well because they knew I liked beer, and they made a point to say that it was from the German beer barrels, which I thought was absolutely fantastically cool. Um, due to your video talking about, oh, right on, heck yeah, that's cool as crap, man. I'm glad you were able to pick one up. And but yeah, so they mentioned that it was made out of or made from beer barrels, and this is actually one of this not it's not the crappy like Plus or Magnum or whatever. It's the Tree brand or whatever that's made. I think it's actually made in however you pronounce that town in Germany. I was corrected on it several videos back, but I can't remember what the correction was. American League 5, National League 2. Oh, where'd you find it? So because it was discontinued. I would say cool for you, probably, Alex. Not so cool for me because I know um, Bupkis about watches. Well, Bupkis about knives too, but I know Bupkis about watches, except for um, with when it says 1121, that means it's 1121. TU means Tuesday. 7-13 means July 13th, and then from the basically that's it. Oh yeah, dude, I was I was doing something. I was right in the middle of something when I got the notification. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching that later. I'd like to see what Jody has, what his opinion of the field tracker was, and I think Casey had a pretty good opinion of it. Local shop, and it was hiding in the back of a case of high end. Holy crap, dude! See that? That's like the best kind of find. It's not like you're browsing the internet and you just happen upon them advertising a discontinued knife for super cheap. Like you find it yourself. All right, Mikey Shakes, you have a good night, buddy. Get some good sleep and have some sweet dreams of your milkshake girl, and have a great day at work tomorrow. And apparently, Alex disregarded everything Nick Shabazz ever said about getting into knives because he's 6 months or into watches. He's 6 months into watches, and it's going deep. And honestly, I don't. We don't really have much of a choice around here unless we want a knife from Walmart or Ace Hardware. Well, that's what's up, Ninja. Like, so you think you might be checking it out at some point? Because if you would like, I think I can part with it for a little while to send to you. Victorinox Executive I got at local antique store for $10. Is that the one you carry, Worm? Is it the Executive, that one that's kind of an odd size? And I am not into watches other than the one that's on my wrist for telling time, but I would definitely uh, watch a watch. I would watch a watch video because I think it would be interesting to learn about them. Haha, dude, check me out, Worm. I'm doing good here. I remembered that. What else from Be Ready to see that it's the next knife to get on my list might take a year of saving. I G-Shock Square videos. Yeah, that's freaking hilarious, Alex, because yeah, those are about the only um watch videos I have actually watched, because that's what I have is one of the old G-Shock Squares. I mean, it's not actually an old one, but but yeah, 100% agree on the field tracker. I have actually considered saving up and getting a new one to put back to be a spare in case something ever happens to this one. Haha, right on, Alex. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know crap about watches, but I do enjoy watching them on occasion, especially like if I know the person that's doing it, just because they're very interesting. I mean, learning different things, like with the G-Shock squares, like learning, what models what, and like some of them are worth like a crap ton of money, man. No, I literally, like, I'm old as crap, but this watch is only maybe 2 or 3 years old. It's not. I mean, it's seriously not old at all. Tenacious guy at the counter says these knives are garbage. If you want a real knife, go to Bud K. He did not. He didn't say that, Jason. He didn't. There's no way. Was his first name Bill? And did his last name start with a K? And was he holding a Bud K Rambo style survival knife in his teeth? Well, I'm glad you were able to resurrect it, JN. So, dang. Oh, and I need to do some editing at some point. I did shoot a video today on the knives that you sent, Ninja, and so I have to add that to the list of all your accomplishments. So, Master of Ninjutsu, um, expert juggler, psychic, and apparently the phone messiah, because you can resurrect phones. Oh, dude, I did too, Todd Carr. The ones, the Casio with the I had all the buttons right there. Yeah, dude. Oh, those. I thought that was the most technologically advanced piece of gadgetry that would ever exist. I thought that was the pinnacle of technology right there, especially with watches. And now we've got Apple watches and talk to people on them now, just like a super spy. Oh yeah, I was just thinking about that, Tim. I haven't heard anything out of Bill. He looked like the type to carry a fantasy dagger strapped to his ankle. So not even like one of those cheap cast metal boot knives, but an actual like fantasy dagger. I got a Casio World Timer, 28 bucks. I'm good for a while. Yeah, I think this is one of the cheaper um G-Shock squares. I think it was like around 30 something at at the World of Wally. The way I say it is I can't juggle at all, and as for ninjutsu, I'm better at juggling. So, hey, uh, they don't call you the juggling ninja for nothing, man. You got to be at least a little bit good at it. Or wait, did I just make that crap up? I'm pretty sure I just made that up. But I don't know. Whenever think juggling ninja, I always think, what's is the ninja on GI Joe with the white one with the white outfit? I just imagine that ninja like juggling chainsaws or something. Well, Michael Morgan, I can't say any, I don't have a clue what you look like, so I can't say. I've got nothing. Well, and I mean, I hope there's nothing wrong, but I don't hope that he's not here just because he doesn't know, because then I'd feel horrible because yeah, Storm Shadow. I was gonna say Storm Shadow, but I was thinking that that was a Transformer for some reason. But yeah, I would feel horrible if he's not here just because he didn't know because I didn't inform him. So, I mean, I'd feel very guilty if that was the reason. Yep. Oh, hey, bees, you're famous now. I need to start doing that more. I always forget that those things do that until I accidentally touch one trying to scroll and it pops up over there and startles me. Uh, yeah, this is very disappointing, guys. You know what? I'm not gonna do it like a tabletop or top down, but I've got to take this dadgum. Hopefully, take this dadgum Kaiser Land apart because that is disappointing. Like this had the best detent of uh even some more expensive knives, and now like look at that. Like what the heck? And I haven't even done anything. Ninja good enough to juggle throwing stars. This one is. That is his that is his juggling object of choice is throwing stars. And no, I haven't. Um, I think he was in KC's live stream yesterday, but I don't think I heard any update on his condition. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. When matter of fact, I think because I did use it at work the other day, like to cut into a bag of sass, and I probably just didn't rinse it out. I might have, Mark. I very well may have broke the land, but I don't think so. I just think there's crud in the detent hole. Because a knife doesn't go from that good to that bad without something happening like that. And there was no audible noises like something had broken, or at least I'm hoping. Try not to pull a Kevin and lose screws everywhere and have to resort to swearing like a sailor and throwing things. Oh, speaking of Kaiser knives, Alex, have you guys seen the and it bugs me because this really bugs me. I think it's the Infinity. It's the one with it's the one where the G10 model has it's like a front flipper and a back flipper, and the cool looking micarta version is just a flipper, which I would rather not have. It's either they usually either call it the bung hole or a detent hole. I think detent sounds a lot classier than bung. I need one of Lefty's little weird plastic pry bars right about now. Uh, yes, I think by Joe, I think he's right. You guys will never be able to see that, but yeah, there is Crudimus Maximus in this detent hole. And it used to be such a holy hole. It was the holy of holies, the inner sanctum, if you will, the by invitation only, the boom boom room. Is it no boom boom in the champagne room or no champagne in the boom boom room? Oh, Minutemen song. Yeah, I haven't listened to Men in forever. The inner plankton. Kaiser Graziosa. Is that the one that kind of comes in the same colorway as the Deviant? It's got one with like the green micarta and the copper bolster looking, and it's kind of long and slender and classy looking. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I think there was a. All right, Alex. Appreciate you hanging out with us, man. And I hope you know you have an open invitation to come kick it with us anytime, buddy. So, and I will. I'll be watching I'll watch your watch video. Faux show. Mm-hmm. What I go do and do? What you done? I think the if it's screw rolled somewhere, but oh, it's right there. Yes, yes, Alex Stuffs and Things is staying, but the Knifebox channel is also Alex, and he's not staying. Well, if I had any songs like just off the top of my head, I would sing to you guys, but you don't want that uh, at all. I'm sure you value your hearing. I value what little I have left. So so was I correct, Tim, about the however you pronounce that fancy knife name of the Kaiser? Is it the one that has whoa? What in the world? What in the world just happened? Oh, there we go. Uh, Is that the one that has the same Alex? I'm I'm Alex's stuffs and things and stuff. Yeah, I know you're Alex's knives and stuff, but I don't know. Pooh Bear says something about stuff and things and stuff or something like that. Thing is the Me First and the Gimme Gimme's version of country. No, I'm not gonna do that. I would not ever disrespect Me First and the Gimme Gimme's like that. Yeah, so I was correct. Alex stuffs his knives. He does something with them. Um, I suspect. Well, that is odd because there's nothing in that detent hole now, and the detent ball is completely clean, and it's still got no detent. Let's see what the light wire is paying attention. I wonder if I bet the detent hole moved, so the ball's not even making contact now. It just completely moved around. No, 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 Ninja. I do not take apart other people's knives. And see, this is horrible. Like the one person's knife, like the one knife that I've taken apart that did not belong to me was actually a daggum small Savenza. But Sean wanted us to, like he wanted us to use it and take it apart and all that. So um, well, Ramblin' Hank's still on tour on the county fair circuit, and they extended the tour another 8 months. All right, Patina Pantalones, you have a good night, brother. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything that Jason Brown wouldn't do, and don't do anything that I would do. It's pretty good rules to live by. Sure. You know what? Let me check this out. No, because they're not those kind of caged bearings. Thinking maybe that the bearings were flipped around the wrong way, but they're the kind that are they're the kind that are flipped around the wrong way. Mm-mm. To your my what? No, the detent ball's in there. I honestly think that the I think it was just the bearings on the lock bar side were flipped around the wrong way, so there was too much space, so that the lock bar wasn't making good contact with. Where did that? Oh, there's. Thought I'd lost the stop pin. Well, I hope that's what it was anyway. I'm about to break out my super fancy. There we go. Thought I was gonna have to break out my super fancy multi-tool there to put the stop pin in. Which I'm not putting the pocket clip on this time, because just in case that wasn't it. That's 2 more screws of putting them in and taking them back out that I don't feel like doing. All right. Oh yeah, that feels better already. Just tightening the pivot screw, because it was weird and mushy last time. But I thought I just hadn't pushed the liner down on the pivot all the way. That's mo better. Yeah, so I guess when you take your knives apart, guys, make sure that you flip the bearings around the right way. But with these are just like, they're not the, you know how you got the cage bearings that's kind of like got the cup, and like one on one side the bearings stick up higher than the other. This one just looked like the flat disc where they were kind of even on both sides, but it's not. Ball loop. Ball. Eldris. That I don't know. Where's Winchester? He didn't say bye. I don't think he might have fallen asleep, because I think he messaged me one night saying he'd fallen asleep in the live stream. Eldris's Wallaby. Oh. I was about to say I know who, but it's you. that would not help you at all. I know exactly who EDC's in Eldris. It's this guy. He juggles. He's a ninja. And that tells you absolutely nothing, because you see him every day in the mirror. Oh, where did I put that? I gotta show you guys this freaking ridiculousness. But okay, to be fair, it's not absolutely ridiculous. And you guys have seen one, because we had a discussion about how to pronounce the name, and also I think really what the name even means, which to me, I think it means that it is a Kiridashi with a V grind on it, but that KI-V knife from Civivi, it oh, Winchester is it? Daggum, multitasking extraordinaire. He is remodeling a bathroom and live streaming. So that's pretty killer. Okay, now I'm starting to think that that was not it, because then the detent got mushy again. Let's see, match the detent ball up with. Something has moved when it is back together, because the detent, if you take the liner and put the detent ball actually in the hole, like it's a good fit. Like that ball was made for that hole. That's what she said. Sorry for the bad TV, guys, but I missed the action of that daggum knife. It was fantastic. You know what? Um, they might have actually both been flipped around, but no. Balls and holes. Dude, that never mind. I can't even describe that video because that is too horrendous, and there's no way to describe it without getting graphic. And it's a family show. Except for when I pull a lefty and lose the stop pin to this knife and start screaming and throwing things and flailing about. And, uh, I'm sure it'll show up. It's usually when I lose things, I just set the crap down and then come back to it later, and it usually shows up. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is very odd, and something ain't making sense with it. I might pick up some. I'm out of rubbing alcohol right now. I might go get some. I usually get like the highest percentage I can get like some 97 percent isopropyl. Family show, haha, say if it's PG-14, that's good. No, we are totally G, dude. We're like Disney G. We're like a hard G. Um, red. Oh, I didn't miss the first part. It's round. Well, that has nothing to do with Victorinox. Has nothing to do with underwear. On the scales. Oh, what the heck? I thought you were talking about underoos, man. For some reason, I guess because I had a kick-ass pair of a set of Aquaman underoos when I was a kid, so scales translated to fish scales, and I immediately thought underoos. If we are like Disney, somebody's mom has to die on the live. Oh crap, that's a thing. Um, I'm not volunteering mine. I would love to finish that beer because it's gotten warm and I've been freaking nursing it for um about 2 hours. Oh, this is. I wish Patina Pantalones was still in here because I've got a Damascus dealer on the line, as in like the fishing line, and I've got him going. I just totally made. He asked me what kind of knife I wanted, and I totally made up a nonsensical word and asked him if he had any of those knives, and he just messaged back and said, "Can you send me picture, please?" Benson. So no, dude, and which this isn't it's not a hard knife to reassemble at all. Like just I don't know what's going on with the detent, but that dude, a Sabenza is so freaking easy to disassemble and reassemble. It's um basically like if you were building with Legos and the Legos could literally only fit together one way. So every time you built with them, you'd make this mansion. It's kind of like that. Not so. Huh. Not so at all, Pat, because lefties are way they hit 4 hours easy. Somebody's parents dies and every yeah, that's true. I get what you're saying now. Jason. I mean, think back Bambi. Really, that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. $2 or well, this one he let's see if I can bring up the messages. Um, he sent me a message. Like it was one of those where I had a request, and I went and checked it out, and he was he was pretty gung ho. Like he just came in like balls to the wall, slinging pictures of all the knives he had and for sale. So I went and found the most obscure, like 80s, maybe 90s metal song lyrics that I could that said had a lot of metal and steel in them, and posted it as a message. And then he asked me to be specific. And then he asked me, like, I left him hanging for about 3 days because he would message, "Hi friend, I am ready to start business now," and I would just ignore him. And then I just popped back in earlier today and was like, "Hi," getting his hopes back up. And then he asked me what kind of knife I was looking for, and I got to find this word that I made up as this fantastic knife that I'm just dying to have. All right, Red Flag Surgical is his Damascus name. Let I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is spelled Leplogiers. Um, okay. He says I put first. Okay. So Patina Pantalones has this basically this little template of a question that we're all asking any Damascus dealers that hit us up. And it goes something like this. Well, see, all right. So I started out and asked him how confident. I said, "How much confidence do you have in these knives that you're selling?" And he said, "Which knife you want by?" Well, you didn't answer my question. He said, then he said, "I have full confidence. I want to do business." I said, "Well, around here in this country, we stake something on how much we have confidence in our product." I said, like, say, like, I'll stake my life on the reputation of this product, something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, what would you stake on it? And he says, "Okay, bro, don't worry. We can provide you good quality." And so then here's the template question. I said, "Well, let me see if putting it like this will determine if you're uh, actually serious. If Allah was on the train tracks bound by a 2-inch anti-spiritual rope, and the rope left him completely powerless, and you had to cut through a bamboo fence, then the rope to free him before he is struck by the train, and basically ending the future of Islamic religion, how would you trust the knives you're selling? We are confident we will tailor your quality to you. Send us the photos you want to buy." What? I don't want to buy photos. I want to buy an awesome Damascus knife. And so then this is the he just question marked me. he, he's getting impatient. So then I found these lyrics that said, I said, "Well, I really want something more like pounding metal, pounding metal, pounding metal, pounding metal, losing control, feeling the force from the back to the stage, caught in the spell, 'cause it's louder than hell, gone past the pressures of pain, leather and spikes strapped to the wrists of this metal brigade like pistons, pumping headbangers, pounding the sound of an army in rage, pounding metal, yeah, pounding metal, dark night intensify." Dark night, intense fight, bone crushing metal disease, watts of power, wanting it louder. No one can stop us when we're pounding, going to the show, pounding your fist to the air. And he says, "Cool. I know. Can we talk about business? Which knife you want by?" And then in response to the metal lyrics, he said, "What you want to say? I did not get your point. Kindly say it clearly, word." Then I ignored him. He said, "Hello, friend. Hello, friend, talk with me." I said, "Hi." He says, "Hello, I want start business. Which knife you want by?" I said, "Every knife in the world." He said, "You want by every kind of knife?" I said, "Damn Skippy." And he said, "Hello, clearly tell me what you want." I said, "What do you have in stock? Do you have any Leplogears? Send me a picture of Leplogears. I have good quality knife." I, I need to find a picture of just the craziest knife and call it a Leplogears. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it is. That is what it is. But I, because I just snatched it out of whatever, and then I don't know. Eh, I forgot what I'd put in there because he was just like, "I do not get point. Kindly say clearly word." I don't know how much more clearly word I can put it, dude. Like, that's exactly what I want. Um, can make it for you, but cost more. What did, see, that's what I would get. Jared gets the guy telling him he'll give him 45% off his first axe, but of course he is buying axes in bulk from this dude, so he probably does get a better deal than a guy buying a single Leplogier. I want testicular Damascus. I've heard that's the highest quality of all the Damascuses is the testicular Damascus. And if anybody in the world has testicular Damascus, it's this red flag surgical. What you want by? Told you, stinking Leplogier. Leplogier, dude. That's what I want to buy. And when he asks, he says, "Send me a picture." I'm gonna be like, "Dude, if you don't know what it is, then you're definitely not a knife maker. You're not making a knife for me." And thank you, everyone, for always being so awesome in live stream chats. You all do more for me than you all know. It's very refreshing to escape stress and hang out with awesome friends. Likewise, dude. Like this is this is for sure my zen. Um, maybe not this because I'm infuriated at this knife. And really, send me any picture. Any picture? I'll send you a picture of a chicken riding a tricycle. You have to say about that? You gonna make that knife, homeboy? Chicken riding a tricycle. If I can find a picture of that and send it to him, it'd just be, oh yes, I found one. I'm sending you. I'm sending you, red flag. You chill now. You be here for hour. You eat everything. Download image. No comments. Uh, I'm about to see if he can make me a daggum chicken riding a bicycle knife or tricycle knife. Because if he can't, I don't. He ain't getting my business. I send you. Send me any picture. Send me. Demanding little twat, ain't you? All right. Oh, come on. Yeah. Mm-mm. If you say send me one more time, dude, I'm gonna send you somewhere, and it's not anywhere near your 72 versions that you're supposed to get. Oh, that's why. All right, there we go. So this is the picture that I'm going to send to him. It is straight up chicken riding a tricycle, and he's gonna make that into a knife, or he's not selling any knives. Boop. Ta-ta! All right, there you go. Oh my goodness. Pot metal chewing gum Damascus. Um, had chicken and brown sauce. Did buy straight, like you bought a straight. Wait, no, you can't say that in conjunction with us messing with a Damascus dealer. Um, did you buy a Damascus Pakistani straight razor? Which I think I'm just gonna like play it off the first time and be like, oh crap, I sent the wrong picture, dude. I'm painting that on the wall of my child's nursery. All right, bees, you taking off, buddy? Did I get? I hope you have I can't even get my grammar straight. An incredible night, my friend, and get some rest and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Um, well, no, I mean I probably did, but I'm on the phone that it would come into. Um, so I have not actually seen it. But oh, you can send me that. Oh, dude, this guy. Okay, so he replied to the chicken. He says, there we go. He says, I have no, in reference to the chicken, but he can send a wee mini synergy, Tanto. He can send one of those. Would you want by? I do want by. I'd rather want by chicken on a tricycle, but you have no. I don't. Uh, Here, I'll talk to you later. They'll let you stew for a while. Yes, sir, bees. Definitely have a good night, man, and thank you for hanging out with us. He won't make. He said he can't make. He no have the chicken on a tricycle, but he can send me the wee mini synergy. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but the funny thing is that does not have a Damascus blade, so uh comes with. It doesn't have a Damascus blade. He's a Damascus dealer. Like I don't want. I want it to have Damascus, and I want it to be. I want it to have feathers and three wheels, but he no have. Um. Oh crap! Oh, you son of a gun! Oh, do I disappear when that happens? Because I totally lose the little. Is that buy or buy? I don't know. Let me check the pronouns. If you get a knife covered in feather pattern with three wheels built in, I would. Dude, I swear it would probably. You do not know about business. Huh. You don't know who you're talking to, pal. I know all about business. All, all about. I know all about business. Porn business. I don't know how if who's taking a nap. I'm not taking a nap. I'm wide awake. You go sideways. Yeah. See that I lost the this window. Am I still sideways now? If I turn this way, am I right side up? Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to fix that. I wonder why it didn't go sideways last time. Flip it upside down. There. All right. Now, am I right ways? What? No. Oh my goodness. So Open more blades. Open more blade. I, Alex, have you ever been in live streams or anything with basically guys that are just like this Damascus dealers? That when you keep saying open more blades or open blades, you remind me of those guys that are in there that are like open teats to the girls. Open teats. Open teats. Okay, am I good? Good. Good. Um, didn't change anything. It looks fine though. It changed something over here. It flipped me all upside down and around and sideways. And is it just a scammer? It's one of the Pakistani Damascus dealers. I've never bought anything from them, so I don't know if they are like a scam to where they just get your money and don't ever send you anything, or if they're just a scam where they take your money and just send you a pile of crap. But either way, um, you don't get what you pay for. I don't know. I haven't talked to Jen today. When was the last time I talked to her? In a couple of days. Oh, dude, I need to check on her actually because I think she had a seizure the other night when I was talking to her. And then like she came back, she said she thought she had a seizure and then she disappeared again. Tell me, you want by knife? Yes, I want by knife. How much knife? Yeah, Pakistan equals crap steel. It's basically the same steel that your license plates are made out of, except maybe not as corrosion resistant as your license plate is. Um, but yeah, I need to 1207. She should be up. Uh, she read my last message, so I don't think she like had another seizure before reading it or anything. But yeah, buy a knife or buy a knife. I think it's yeah, which what Worm said, $50 difference. That buy a knife that would go both ways. I want, sir, do you have a knife that is equally productive from either side of the cutting board? Yeah, and I do. I think she's okay. You tell me quantity of knife. Quantity of knife is one. That's singular. Okay, I know the answer to this one. I can answer that. Hey, oh, and you know what the best part is? Yeah, she's cool. She's good. She's should respond again. Said she was freaked out the next day. Well, come get unfreaked, or get freaky. One of the two. Um, come be live. Come by knife. You want by knife? Alrighty. So where are you? What is this dude's name? Is well, his Instagram name is Red Flag Surgical. Tell me quantity of knife. How much quantity you want by? Oh, but the best part of it is the knife that he is saying he can send me. It it's literally a freaking picture. The picture of the knife came from my Instagram. Like it's a picture I posted on Instagram. So he didn't think I was going to pick up on that. How much quantity you want to buy? I want to buy all the quantity, dude. How much quantity do you have? That's the question. How much quantity? How freaky does your quantity get? How much quantity do you have? Is knife equally productive from both side of cutting board. Ooh, that looks like so freaking psychedelic mushroom word. Yeah. Yes. How much quantity do you have? Is knife equally productive from both sides of cutting board? Ask him if he will send lube with knife. Ask him if he will send lube with wife. Um, Dennis, is Dennis here? Oh, Dennis. He's probably like, what in the world is that dude talking about? What's up, brother Dennis Watson? We are messing with a Pakistani Damascus dealer who wants to sell me a wee knife from a picture that I posted on Instagram. I want to see if you can make a Damascus chainsaw. Oh, dude, see, yeah, he. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Dennis. Is she home now? Is she like better? Hopefully. Loud. Okay, good man. That's good to hear. I don't like hearing people's loved ones are in the hospital. Got too many people in the hospital and um, for different reasons here lately. Um, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. And continued prayers that she gets fully recovered very soon. Oh, I don't. Do you guys have you guys ever gotten the friend requests on Facebook, and then like immediately when you accept them, they message you and they're like, "Hey, where are you from?" Like you didn't read my Facebook like it says where I'm from on my Facebook profile. Um, and then they start, getting more and more suggestive. Well, if you ever do and you want to mess with them, I can't remember what the language is called. They're from a west. They're the vast majority of them because I ended up actually scamming a scammer into thinking I was going to give him money and found out some information about him, like for real information that of course it was not a woman, it was a dude, and he was from a West African country and some other like little trade secrets. So what I do is um I'll buy a knife later. I mess with these guys too. No. What I would do is I would start going to translate and translating like horrendous insults into that language, and then taking the insults in their language and sending it back to them. And it was hilarious to see them get mad. Like their initial reaction is to get mad, and then immediately they like tap dance a little bit and backtrack, and they're like, what does that mean? I don't understand." I'm like, well, you just got mad, and uh, but it's I just want to. There we go. It starts with a, and it's not Yiddish, but it does start with a Y, I think. Biscuit. Um, Tartar. Yoruba. Yoruba. That's the language they speak because a dude got mad at me because I let him on for 3 days, thinking that another one thought I was going to give him money. He got so daggone mad at me. He called me scum of the earth. Wave my, what do you say? You wave pecker at kids on internet. You scum of earth. I'm like, you're the scammer, dude. Like, how are you going to get mad at me for scamming you when you're literally a scammer? Um, but yeah, so it's it's kind of entertaining to watch them get all like really really mad, but then act like they're not mad because they're not supposed to know what any of those words mean. Um, how many CC numbers he needs from you because you have so many. You're Ruben, yeah, but they spell it on here. They spell it Yoruban, but but that dude that got mad, like really mad at me, I guess he just, because you notice it takes them a really long time to respond because they're going to translate and they're taking what you said, translating it, and then typing out their response and then translating it and giving it to you. That's why it comes back all like lost in translation, because it's been like translated and retranslated, so it comes back not meaning a damn thing. Hey Jen, what's happening? Forgetful Fanny. How would you forget about us? Thought we were your friends. We are pranking a Pakistani Damascus dealer, Jen. Um, or we were. He might have got mad and left, but I don't think he did because he want do business. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's back. I have already sent you pictures. Send me picture which knife you want by. Okay, well let's choose. And see, I hate that you can't scroll through the pictures on Instagram. Like you can't bring it up big. Oh, he's got some rather nice, ooh, yeah, some classy hunting knives here. This way. Those are nice. Oh, see, got some nice traditional puukos. That might be the way to go right there. I always use a Pakistani puuko. These are very nice. I think these are South African customs right here. Cinema. I am. It's not going to be any of the knives he sent me. And then they've got that one basically in red, and then a more Persian design with a really curved. Wow, I don't even know how you would use that one. Oh, heck yeah! And then your quality Damascus Leverletto. Let's see. I'm going to send him a picture of a coin. Be like, can you make this? Mm, mm, mm. What is that? Oh, ah. Should I send him a picture of the? Dang it, it won't get bigger. But the DPX Gear Hest fixed blade, or what else is in here? Or just a coin with the Best Tech Lizard. Well, my browser on this phone is acting goofy and bring up a website that goes black, but I might can bring up a picture. No, we're not buying crap. This isn't. It's uh, a foreign cheap knife dealer that hits people up on Instagram. So we're like messing with him, making him think we want to buy a knife. And she would love nothing more than to sell us like 35 25-cent knives for like $1,000. More like teasing a dealer. We're like I guess what was Nancy Reagan just saying no, the Nancy Reagan just say no of Damascus dealers. All right, it's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna send him a picture of the. There we go. Boom. All right, this is the picture I sent him. Get bigger. See if you can make me a Damascus version of that. We are. This is yeah, I'm like the Donald Trump of knife foreign relations. She's actually good at foreign relations. That whole Middle East peacekeeping. It's amazing. He doesn't get along with anybody over here, but he gets along with people overseas. I still say a picture of a fork, a tuning fork at that. Not even like a cutlery, like eating fork. It's like a tuning fork. Um. Okay. Oh. We're about to get a response. Wait for it. Wait for it. How much quantity? I don't know. How big are your britches, homeboy? How much quantity can you make? And I feel like this is one of the instances where you're just not going to get a knife because he's just picking some, basically saying yes to some odd knives that he can. Oh yeah, I can send those to you. So I think this is one where they get your money and then you just get jack bupkis. Quantity can you produce, big boy? And yes, I did say big boy. A full size trident, but it's got to be Aquaman's trident. It can't just be like no janky Poseidon's trident. It's got to be the actual uh, trident that Aquaman carried. $99,888. Ask him what quantity means. I'm just gonna start saying that's what she said. How much quantity can you make? I can make as much as you want. That's what she said. How much quantity you want? That's what she said. Oh, yes, I think I can get to my email on this phone. Uh, 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 I'm waiting to see if he responds to me calling him big boy. How big a boy are you? Make me come down to Pakistan jerking knot in your ass. Three-quarters of the knife. He's having problems. My email. Well, daggum, Vladimir. Where'd you go? That's not the right email. Uh-oh. Here goes the Jason Brown picture. Allow. Holy Lord. I gotta make it big. Yes, that is awesome. I will send you 10,000 knife, okay? Oh, you will send me 10,000 knife of that? Dude, you are good. This guy rocks. I can get 10,000 knife of the DPX. I can send, or is that it's 10.000? Okay. Okay, cool. I will say, okay. How much quantity this? And whoa, where's my picture? There we go. Mm-mm-mm. So you get how? Oh, backwards. How much quantity this for the shark um weaponry? Find a picture of the Sword of Omens from Thundercats. He can make it. He was Justin, Tier 1 Gear Review posted something on Instagram of like some Bud K sword that they were saying that they could make or had made. He must be. I think he's conferring with his superiors on this shark contraption. Oh, he's talking again. So we want 2-day shipping, and we want 5,000 units of the shark contraption, just the front half. 7. Send me clearly picture. I can send you large. How do you respond to? You reply to. It's a picture. How is that not clearly a picture? I mean, it's clearly a picture. I'm gonna send him the same picture. Be like, okay. Oh, my bad. Here you go. Send same stinking picture. Boom. 20,000 unit, 2-day shipping. 20,000 2-day turnaround. Not even shipping. Just turn from the time that freaking tooling hits the metal. I want it in my hands in 2 days. All 20,000 of them. We gonna do business, hot shot? Oh, I'm gonna leave it hot shit. That's supposed to be hot shot. I need it by Thursday. I need it by Yom Kippur. Yeah, that was supposed to say we gonna do business, hot shot, but it says 20,000 unit 2-day turnaround. We gonna do business, hot shit. Your family die. You die a dishonorable death. No virgins for you, Ahmed. So it's funny when Jennifer, well, it's not funny. I mean, kind of not funny, haha, but funny, like cool when Jennifer talks, or Jen talks, because like her chat head for Facebook is up there. So it's like she's really looking at me and the words will pop up next to her head. Need in hand by Thursday. What's today? Whew. That's not even a 2-day turnaround. We're already 30 minutes into Wednesday. This poor fella, where are you from? I am from Sialkot, Pakistan. No, you're from Pakistan? Really? Oh, never would have guessed. I thought you were from Canada. Your accent is Canadian. Oh, that kill me. Clock's a ticking. He's probably, oh, my English must be very, very good. He thought I was Canadian. He's probably telling his wife about that. Right on, Hunter. Appreciate you dropping in to say hey and some very nice, kind words. Yeah. Well, the next one will be. I doubt I'll do one after On the Edge this weekend because ends up being way too late. So the next one will probably be next Tuesday, unless I just do a random one in the middle out of nowhere. But and hopefully you'll get the notification. I don't think people are getting the notifications. I will be send you this products from Pakistan. You will be afford shipping. Okay. Yes, I will be afford shipping. I will be afford big time. Will be afford. I will be afford shipping. You will be afford boot in your ass. Money is no object, Tim. He just says whatever he says. You will be afford. I will be afford. All right, Hunter. I will. Are you on Instagram or anything? If not, I don't know. Maybe you make like a little tiny ad video or something and post it on YouTube before I go live. I got to do something to let people know because they're not getting the notifications, and it's not fair for people to miss it just because of YouTube's uh, incompetence. I mean, this Pakistani dude's more competent than YouTube. Call the live. Did I actually get my shark blades? I'll be a Toyota. Wait, why are people being different pork ribs? You got Dodge shipping. Yeah, see Pat, like you dang. About did it there. Urgh. Urgh. Oh look, Patina. Oh, he's not in here. Never mind. I'm all crooked. There we go. Oh, he's answering now. Yeah, we're about to find out if he will, in fact. Where are you from? It don't matter where I'm from. Boot in the ass doesn't cost by the mile, homie. Don't cost by the mile. But I'm from Sri Lanka, Western Sri Lanka. Yeah, that Bluetooth speaker's the devil. By the mile. But I am in Western Sri Lanka and I drive a Studebaker. Teardrop of India, Damascus. Tears of Sweatshop Children, Damascus. Dude, so this is pretty funny. Back when Lefty reviewed the that Kunwu towel, and he was talking about how inexpensive it was, how he had got it for like the ridiculously low price of like $130. And he's like, I don't know how they're producing these knives so cheap. Well, he had me on that live, and I said, well, it's because they lubed the pivot with the tears of Sweatshop Children. And oh, Jason's taking off. All right, buddy, get some rest and make sure to carry your full loadout tomorrow. Don't be skimping. Take care, man, and we'll see you real soon. But I told Lefty, I said, well, it's because they they looped the pivots with the Tears of Sweatshop Children. Well, then he lets everybody know that it's going on pre-sale again, and that you just contact Sergio from Kunwu Knives. So I contact him. Sergio sends me a daggum email back. Like, I mean, it's pretty quick too. I emailed him and said, "Hey, Kevin said that you might have some more of the towel on what's the stupid word? A pre-order." And well, I'm not gonna find it on here. I'll tell you that. But anyway, he says yes. He says one more knife and one more knife and more tears of Chinese children for my good friend Grateful Panic. Oh, Subex is heading to bed. I think we're losing all of you guys. Oh, we just passed 3 minutes and 3 hours and 6 minutes, and this homeboy is not getting back from me. Evil Bobble or whatever his name is. So why don't we go ahead and call this a good time to shut her down, and we can all leave on good terms. Dang, Kunwu sent you a free knife. That's freaking awesome. Sergio's a cool guy, but I guess he thought it was funny that I said his knives were lubricated with the Tears of Sweatshop Children. But thank you guys. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. And remember, seriously, if any of you want to be a guest at any point, just email me or DM me on Instagram, or if we're friends on Facebook, send me a message on Messenger and let me know, and then we will coordinate. But yeah, you guys take it easy. Had a great time, enjoyed it, and yes, Jen, please try to be on time next time, or there will be consequences that involve I don't know, paddles and skateboards and Pakistani Damascus. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Appreciate you being such awesome people and kick-ass members of the EDC community, and just all around amazing people in general. And we will talk later. And until next time, guys, get out there, EDC your ass off, and do something nice for somebody. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.